Okay, today we're going to talk about dividing mixed numbers, and have a very special guest today. I'm joined today by the one and only Uncle Bob. So Uncle Bob, thanks for joining us on our video today. Hi, I'm really glad to be here. I appreciate you having me on. I really like talking about mathematics. Hey, that's great, Uncle Bob. We do appreciate you coming on. So today we're going to talk to you about this idea of reciprocal and how it helps us with mixed numbers. So the first thing we did, we started on page 100, and we're looking at this student's work where she took this mixed number, 3 8/5, which kind of drives me crazy. I don't know about you, Uncle Bob, but I see it as a mixed number that's also improper, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I've never seen a number like that, but I've seen a few things here and there. Okay, that's great, Uncle Bob. Let's keep to the point here. So the reason that it's wrong, Uncle Bob, do you want to take a look at that and tell us what they did wrong? I'll show you. Sure. So it looks like she just took this mixed number and just basically flipped it. But she didn't do nothing about the 3. She just turned the 8/5 into the 5/8. Right? Now, reciprocal is a number that's turned upside down. So 3/4 is 4/3. But this doesn't work because you don't do anything with that 3. So what she should have done was the 3 8/5 and turn that into 23/5. So we take 5 times 3 is 15 plus 8 is 23/5. So we take our mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. And then what we should have done was that reciprocal of the 23/5 and turn it into 5/23. There we go. Now that's nothing like 3 5/8. They are not at all the same. Yeah, that's right, Uncle Bob. And that's a really good point, because if we don't turn this mixed number into an improper fraction before we flip it, we're going to come up with a number that's nowhere near what we need it to be. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You got to turn it into an improper fraction first. Okay, there you have it. Well, thank you, Uncle Bob. Let's go to the next page. This was page 102, and then we saw Karen, who correctly solved this problem. We have 2 mixed numbers here, and we turn that mixed number into improper fractions, just like Uncle Bob said. We did 3 times 5 is 15 plus 2. That's our 17/3. And then our 6 times 1, added 5, that's 11/6. And notice the division is still there. We didn't do anything with the division. All right, we just turned these mixed numbers into improper fraction form. And we're still dividing. But then, so first step is change from mixed number to an improper fraction. Then we take and we do our keep, change, flip, okay, where we change division into multiplication by multiplying by the reciprocal, or the multiplicative inverse. Uncle Bob, do you think you can say multiplicative inverse? All under pressure here on the video, but multiplicative inverse. Hey, that was pretty good, Uncle Bob. You should be on the radio or something. Oh, thanks. You're too kind. Well, anyway, so let's keep moving on. 17/3 times 6/11. Now, this is strange. They crossed out the 6 and the 3, but what they're doing there is they're simplifying and turning it into a 2. And this into a 1, because a 3 goes into 6 and a 3 goes into 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 3 is divided by 3 and get 1. So in other words, what they're doing really is simplifying before they multiply. Oh, it's kind of like doing your dishes before dinner, so you don't have to worry about them afterward. Okay, Uncle Bob, there you go. Sure. So 34/11 is in simplest form, but then we want to turn it into 3 and 1/11. All right, so again, we change from a mixed to improper, and we do keep, change, flip, and then we change from improper to a mixed number. All right, then we practiced a couple. We went back and did a little multiplying of mixed numbers. All right, so we have 5 over 2. So 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5 over 2, changing them from mixed to improper. Same thing here. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13 over 5. Then we multiply across, and we get 65. Multiply across the bottom, we get 10. 65 and 10 have 5 in common, so we divide the top by 5 and get 13, and divide the 10 by 5 and we get 2. 13 divided by 2 would be 6 and 1/2. We're changing it from an improper fraction back to a mixed number. And then over here on the dividing side, same thing. Do 4 times 3 is 7. Oh, sorry. Whew, it's been a long day. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13, not 7. 13 over 4. And then 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2. So 13 over 4 divided by 5 over 2. Notice we did not do anything with that division sign. It is still there. Now we worry about the division sign. We're going to change this into multiplication. So keep, change, and flip. 5 over 2 turns into 2 over 5. Division turns into multiplication. And this stays the same. Multiply across the top, we get 26. Multiply across the bottom, we get 20. 20 and 6 and 20 each have a 2 in them. So kind of ran out of room, so we had to come over here, 13 over 10, and that would equal 1 3/10. All right, so Uncle Bob, you want to take it and give him the assignment? All right, okay, so it looks like you need to do page 105, and we're doing the practice problems, and we got 1, we got 6, got 7, and 8. Now, I write kind of big, kids, so I don't think I could fit all my writing in this space. So I would put it on some separate paper, or maybe work on it down here. So that's what I would do. Yeah, that's good. That's a good point, Uncle Bob. Now, notice this one doesn't have any mixed numbers, so don't overthink it. You don't need to do any changing from mixed numbers to improper fractions. These are already in good shape, but don't forget, you got division, so change it into multiplication by flipping it. So keep, change, flip. All right, but on this one, have mixed numbers, so make sure you change them to improper first. Okay? Well, Uncle Bob, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, and yeah. We appreciate your time. All right, we'll see you guys. Bye. We'll see you. Bye. Bye.